Gluten Morgan. It is a day. Look at that.
Such pretty trees. Much wow. Many funs.
I should just put this at the end when our things are popping up. Except that you can kind of see when I take a step. And that's really not that attractive. We are in a park.
I'm not walking down that hill.
Yeah, I think that maybe wouldn't be good. There's a really picturesque spot over there. We're trying to go there.
Can't read the sign. A foot golf course? What is foot golf?
Foot
Is that like golf with soccer?
Is it baby soccer?
I think it's baby soccer.
Let's jaywalk. Ready?
Doing illegal things.
Caught on film.
There's no crosswalks up. Well, I mean, I guess there is one down there, but we won't talk about that.
So today, we would like to discuss something that we never have.
We are going to talk about our favorite YouTubers because somehow we've missed that.
Yeah, that's just as much
as YouTubers.
That is just as much a fandom thing as like anything else. There's a bench on the foot golf course.
See, I was thinking of a pretty little bridge over here.
Look, there's this nice little thingamajiggy, which we can't see us both in.
Oh well.
Okay, let's go to the bridge.
Maybe it's just because you have short arms.
Hey, I'm taller than you. I really don't want you to fall into that. Like, not ideal. This is the reason I wanted a gorilla pod to begin with.
I'm shorter than you. Please remember.
Over there. Okay. This isn't that bad.
I like this.
It could definitely be worse. So, as you can tell by my hoodie, I really like James Charles.
I have been introduced to James Charles.
She's a James newbie.
I am a newbie.
Yeah. Which also, he hasn't even been around that long, so really it's not even like...
I'm not that far behind.
I mean, well, you are, but...
Oh, shush.
She's trying very hard to catch up. Sorry. Just whacking her.
No, I think he's really fun to watch. I definitely think he's a very talented makeup artist, and that's fun. I've learned a couple of things. Can't afford his sweatshirts, sadly.
I bought this with my credit card. I shouldn't have done it, but I really like it, and it's huge. Like,
it is a big hoodie. It's nice.
Yes.
I like it. I've also recently broken down and started watching Jeffree Star.
That's not breaking down. That's like good.
Okay, so I took issue with it at first just because, yeah, I don't know. He rubbed me the wrong way.
There we go. We should have put it like this from the start. But Jeffree takes some getting used to because, I mean, like, he's basically an alien.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Which he does say himself a lot. So.
But no, I really enjoy watching him. I like how real he is about everything. That's not something you see often.
Well, he's been getting more like that. Have you watched the Shane Dawson series?
Yes.
Okay, well, he's been getting more like that since that series, which I think everybody in the world watched. Jeffree, like, if he approves something makeup related, like, I have no doubt it's going to be good because he does not hesitate to tell you if it's not going to be good. So I watch him a lot for that.
His new closet is insane. Oh my god.
Honestly, I thought, this is going to sound so bad, I thought it would be bigger.
I did think it was going to be a little bit bigger, but he has a lot of like hidden storage.
Yeah. Jeffree Star and James Charles, she has been getting into, I got into them a few months ago. Recently, I have been watching, for some reason, like younger people who I just really like Haley Pham and Sadie Aldis. I love study tubers, which is stupid because I'm not even in college anymore, so I can't like use any of the tips, but a lot of them do like productivity, like, you know, morning routine, like how to be really productive, and like this is what I do in a day. Holly Gabrielle, Eve Bennett, and Ruby Granger are like my top 3 study tubers, and whenever any of them puts out a video, I'm like, I have to watch this right now.
I think the only other one that I can think of that I like actively watch right now, and this is gonna sound really weird, but it's Ask a Mortician, and it's Caitlin Doughty. She is the founder or co-founder of the Order of the Good Death. They are out of LA. She is a natural death advocate. She runs her own funeral home. It's really cool.
What does that mean? Natural death advocate.
So she doesn't do any
murders?
She doesn't do any embalming or anything like that.
Oh.
It's literally you have your funeral, you get buried out somewhere in a shallow grave because then everything can just compost and go back into nature. It's really cool. Her stuff's really neat. I subscribe to her podcast and her
I
Patreon.
didn't even know that was an option. Like, I thought there were
Right?
laws about that.
So, no, there aren't actually, as long as you do it correctly.
Yeah.
It's really cool. You should definitely go check out Ask a Mortician. Her podcasts are really great. That's Death in the Afternoon. She calls her fans deathlings, which I absolutely love. I don't know why, but it's so cute. But if you like her personality, you would like Caitlyn, because I
haven't even seen one of her
swear,
videos yet.
I
so
swear,
bad.
it is as if you took Grace and she suddenly was obsessed with death and started her own separate YouTube channel. It's fantastic. She does videos about like historical deaths, like or what would have happened to like the people on the Titanic, what happened to that, or like if you're interested in like the mummies that you see from like super cold or super hot places that are just like they naturally mummified. There wasn't anything additional that went into it. Or she did one on the process it takes to become a living Buddha, which is basically where monks just stop eating and drinking and they lower their water content. And if you can actually achieve becoming a living mummy, then that's like the highest point. Well, duh, you're killing yourself. But it's like, it's something about in Buddhism, it's like you've reached the highest point of nirvana and you've reached the spiritual pinnacle. I don't know. It's really informative. Her videos are really informative, really accurate. She does all of the research herself. She'll go and travel to places. I just watched one she put out the other day, and it was about one of the wagon trains that went west, and they got stuck because they took a new path and they resorted to cannibalism. And so there's like a whole museum there now. Like they've based this town around this wagon train that basically they eat each other. They turned it into a tourist attraction.
You do what you have to do.
I don't have time to watch a lot of YouTubers, so usually I end up catching stuff like right before I go to bed or on lunch at work. So I don't have a huge long list, but
I have been very, very into and watched all of BuzzFeed Unsolved, both the supernatural and the true crime. Like, so good. Do you know what that is? Okay, so there's these two guys, Ryan Bergara and Shane Madej. They work for BuzzFeed, obviously, but BuzzFeed has, like, you know how they have like all the different little things that they do in different channels, different shows. So this one is Unsolved, and what it is, they do a season supernatural and a season true crime, and they alternate. Well, right now they just finished their true crime season, and if you've never watched it, basically it's all these unsolved mysteries and cases in history, and it can be things like, if it's a true crime season, it's going to be like, you know, murders and like just all these awful things that happened, and the case and all the theories and all the suspects and everything that could have happened or might happen like in the future if there's still something going on with it. And it's so fascinating. So there's some of them where it's not even the story that's good, it's just the commentating. The Boy in the Box is a really funny episode, even though it doesn't sound like it would be because there was a boy in a box.
right.
But some of the comments that Shane makes are, they just, like, I laugh about them days later. And then if it's a supernatural season, they'll go like ghost hunting and they have to spend the night like in a demon infested house or something.
Oh, fun.
And one of them is like always scared shitless, like always scared, but he's
course.
the one that believes in it. And then the other one is Shane, and he doesn't believe it, and he just basically does things that are gonna make Ryan mad. There have been some things on there that are like freaking creepy. Like they asked this demon to turn on a flashlight 4 separate times, and it did, and it turned it off when it was asked. And that's creepy. They are just, it's a lot of fun watching BuzzFeed Unsolved. They have other series too, but I don't really like any of the others. They're so good though, and it makes you feel like you're learning something. The Tylenol murders was a really good one.
Okay. You have any others?
I do. I had one that I was trying to remember what it was because it just went away from me. As always, I watched Tana Mojo because I need to have something to watch to know that my life is normal. I always watch Shane Dawson and Ryland, and Shane and Ryland are getting married soon, and I cannot wait for that. That will be so much fun. Obviously, they won't film it, but like they'll show us some stuff, and it's going to be very exciting. I watch a lot of YouTubers.
She does. She watches a lot.
I go through phases of a lot of YouTubers.
I'm more on a TV show kick right now. So
I'm rewatching Teen Wolf,
we'll
which is a problem in and of itself because of how much I love it.
TV series for another video.
Oh yeah.
There's one guy that I started watching, and he's an antiques dealer. What was his name? Anyway, he just bought a hoarder house, and it's called the Potter House. But it's a lady that's really, really renowned, talented potter. And she was a hoarder, and she ended up having to be moved into a nursing home. And so they put her whole house up for sale with all her belongings. So he bought the whole house. He cleaned it out. He found all of her pots. Like, she has pots that are worth like 14 grand a piece.
Wow.
And they were just stuck under stuff. So he literally cleaned the whole house out. Anything that was like really sentimental value for her, he gave back to the family. And anything that was just old or whatever, he auctioned it off or put in his house. They completely remodeled it and then they sold it. I cannot for the life of me.
That's crazy though. $14,000 pots.
Yeah.
That's not something where you walk by and you're like, you see that pot?
Exactly.
I bet that's $14,000.
Curiosity Incorporated, that's his YouTube channel. But he's really fun to watch, very knowledgeable. And I am not an antique person, but I like watching the stuff. Like, I used to watch stuff like Storage Wars or whatever the pawn show used to be. Pawn Stars. I watched that if it was on. I don't know. I like the historical side of things. I am not going to clutter up my house with them because I am a hoarder. I totally would do it and I couldn't move around my house. I have to be really careful when I'm buying nerdy stuff. I'm out of places to set it.
I think you already have things pretty cluttered. I would love to just like declutter her house. Of course, all of it is...
I've been trying recently.
All of it is important to her, so...
It's really hard. I am not the person that you see on like TLC where they call in people.
No. It's just that
I have a clean house.
She has a normal sized house.
Exactly. I have a clean house and it's fairly well organized now that I have a kid, just because I don't have another option. Side note, he started climbing things. I caught him climbing up a laundry basket to get on top of a dresser yesterday.
Ingenuity, you know?
Yeah. So yeah,
gotta make stuff work. That's who we've been watching. Let us know who you've been watching
in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button.
Sometimes there's literally not even comments. Sometimes YouTube disables them. They've been doing that on a lot of different influencers.
If we have comment section,
like,
if we have a comment section, put it in the comments below. Hit that like button. Hit the bell.
We probably will because they don't care about us.
If they don't, find us on Twitter or Facebook and let us know there because we'd love to hear from you. See you later. Bye.